Get up. Good morning. Good morning, Barbados. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, morning, morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, Barbados. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, Barbados. Good morning. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Morning to you.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Friday. Boy, isn't it a beautiful day today? Good morning, everyone, wherever you are. I am Pearson Bowen. It is always wonderful waking up to keep you company. Hope you feel the same. And I'm thankful to those of you who are already up watching us on our streams on Facebook, YouTube, and our website, cbc.bb. As always, thank you. Thank you very, very much. Talk among yourselves, but talk to us as well. All throughout the show. We love to hear from you and engage with you, so feel free to do so at your convenience, of course. And for those of you who do have an idea, or if you know of someone or something which you think we need to talk about on the show, simple. Send us an email, morninbarbados@cbc.bb. morninbarbados@cbc.bb is the email address. Always address us there with your thoughts, your concern, your curiosity even. morninbarbados@cbc.bb. We'll be happy to engage with you there as well. So, it's Friday. How was your yesterday? Today looks like it's going to be another good day, but today also looks as if it's going to be another scorcher of a day. So protect yourself. Drink your water. Drink your water. Drink your water. Stay in the shade where you can. Vereen Walker, good morning to you as well. She's wishing a wonderful Friday morning to all. Fantastic Friday back at you, Vereen. Patricia Ben, watching from the United States, sends the best to the crew and to all of you. Thank you, Patricia. Have a lovely day as well. Anthony Smith is in the 718. He's saying good morning to the 246. So back to you, 718. Auntie Faye in St. Peter, good morning, Auntie Faye. Fantastic Friday morning to you and to yours as well. My girl Slender Glenda Yard, I call her Slender Glenda because she's slender. So good morning, Slender. Have a lovely day. She's saying good morning to all on board. And we wish you a lovely day as well, Slender Glenda. Have a fantastic one. I know you surely will. Now, a riddle for the day. This one is still outstanding. None of you has been able to answer it yet, maybe because we didn't give you the chance. Sorry about that. But the question is, I can be long or can be short. I can be black, white, brown, or even purple. You can find me the world over, and I'm often the main feature. What am I? I can be long, I can be short, I can be black, white, brown, or purple. You can find me the world over, and I'm often the main feature. My question to you is, what am I? 228-5562 or 228-5563. I can't let my eyes betray me. Peter is something else. But, you know, call me now and you let me know. 228-5562 or 228-5563. I can be long or can be short. I can be black, white, brown, or even purple. And I'm the world over. And I'm often the main feature. So what am I? 228-5562 or 228-5563. Call me, interrupt me, let me know your answer. Good morning to you, Mona Gittins, as well. Fantastic today to you as well. Have a lovely weekend, most of all. Now, coming up today, we will be sharing with you some video, some insight into what's been happening since the President of Barbados, Her Excellency Dame Sandra Mason, landed on Liberia. And so we'll talk to you a little bit more about that, to share you about what happened there, to greet her at the airport and much else. When Don Lovell sits with me this morning to talk to us about winning at work and at life as well, we want to look at the question, why was I born? Have you ever asked yourself that question? Why was I born? Dawn and I will look at that in just a little bit. But we have a call on the line. Good morning.
Good morning, Peter.
Hello, hello. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. And you?
Oh, I'm very well as well. Thank you for asking.
Yes, please.
How is your Friday morning broken for you?
Very nice.
Like the first morning?
Like the first morning?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Blackbird
morning has broken.
And Blackbird has spoken?
Yes.
Listen, do you have those falcocks near to you that wake you up in the morning?
No,
You
but
don't?
I have some birds that they shelter on my bathroom window,
Yes.
and they're always there. Once it's raining or it's anything that they feel they need to shelter from, they're
come
on my
there.
bathroom sill.
Oh, that's a lovely windowsill you have then.
It's a good shelter for them.
Yeah. Are you one of those people who become so superstitious about whether it's a dove or not?
No,
You're
I'm
not?
not superstitious.
You've never heard those kinds of stories about when the dove comes and
Yes,
looks in?
I've heard them about if a dove cools outside your window, somebody is going to die.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that one.
That does not scare you at all?
No.
So, have you ever had a dove perch on your windowsill and cool inside your house?
I don't think so.
In other words, if it did, you blocked it out, right?
I don't know.
Get away from here, bird. Get away. I know you, I know you well. All right. So, what do you think the answer is?
I think the answer is a coat.
A coat.
Yes.
C-O-A-T, coat.
Yes.
So let's go through this together. I can be
It can
long,
be long.
or I can be short.
It can be short
I can be black, white, brown, or purple.
or
a
even
coat.
purple.
And you can find me the world over.
Yes.
A coat, and I'm often the main feature. The
Right,
coat.
because when you are dressed, let's say it's winter, and it's a winter coat, you are the main feature because you are protecting the person from the cold.
Yes.
The coat is what a person who approaching you sees first, and it's the main feature because if you don't want to leave without your coat.
Yeah, I get you. But that's at winter. What happens during summer or spring? What happens?
There's spring coat too.
Okay. And then what happens in summer? There's summer coats as well?
Not really.
So-
Not really, but it's the world over. When it's winter someplace, it's summer someplace else.
So in Barbados, do you wear coats?
We wear raincoats.
You find it
And
all...
a raincoat can be the main feature, because if it's pouring rain, you don't want to go out without your raincoat.
When last have you seen someone in the raincoat in Barbados?
I see the children when they're going to school in the
Wearing
raincoat.
raincoats. So therefore, logically for you, the answer is a coat.
A coat.
Logically for me, your answer is wrong.
It's wrong.
Yes.
After,
Yes.
after all that
Yes.
engagement,
Yes.
they tell me it's
Yes.
wrong.
Yes. Thank you for trying, okay?
Yes,
Have a
okay.
fantastic weekend.
All right.
All right, good.
Have a good weekend, too.
Thank you very much
Bye-bye.
indeed. Bye-bye. No, keep calling. Keep calling me right now. Let me know. I can be long or short. I can be black, white, brown, or purple. I am the world over, and I'm often the main feature. What am I? 228-5562 or 228-5563. Now, I was telling you, coming up this morning, so I told you about Don Lovell. We'll be looking at why was I born? Why was I born? And for those of you who ask yourself that question as well, and just what it means for you to be born, what is that thing that you need to achieve? We'll talk a bit about that as well when Dawn comes by. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Hi. How are you?
I'm well, and you?
Oh, I'm doing well. Thank you so much for asking. Where are you calling from?
Warren.
Warrens. Oh, not too far from here. How do you feel about traffic in Warrens?
It's awful. I wish the businesses will move out.
You want to move out? So what put you in Warrens in the first place?
Sorry?
Why are you living in Warrens in the first place?
Oh,
Marriage?
It was more convenient.
At the time. But now it's become a lot inconvenient for you.
Yes.
Where would you want to go if you moved from Warrens?
Well, now that I'm retired, somewhere in the country.
In the country? So St. Lucie? Say yes, Spear, say yes.
Yeah.
What about St. Joseph or St. Andrew? Would that be a
Fresh
consideration?
air, yeah.
So St. Joseph or St. Andrew would also be a consideration?
Yes.
See, listen, if you have good country life, you will live the best life possible, I'm telling you.
I know.
I know.
Oh.
So now that you're retired, is that really the plan?
If it is possible, yes.
What would make it impossible? Access to finance?
Not really, you know.
Then go ahead and do it.
Okay.
Go ahead and do it. Live your life. Live your life. That's what we're going to be talking about later on, winning at life and work. How do you create that space where you are actually living and not simply existing? Because which is something we often do. We all do this, Have you ever stopped to realize that we just exist?
Yeah.
But then we don't feel fulfilled because we're not living that existence.
We get caught up struggle.
Yes. So live your life. All right? So move into St. Lucie and I'll come and visit you. Promise.
Okay.
What's your answer?
Chicken.
Chicken?
Uh-huh.
You ever seen purple chicken?
Yeah.
So where did you see this purple chicken?
In the World Wide Web, you see everything.
So therefore you believe the World Wide Web. You believe that all that the World Wide Web says is right.
Mm-hmm.
You know that Donald Trump said he was a pope?
Well,
Did you
he's
believe that?
special.
Did you believe that? You wrong here?
I am?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Okay. Have a good day.
Right.
All right, bye-bye.
Yeah.
All right, also still to come, 50 years ago in 1975, the West Indies in the very first Cricket World Cup defeated Australia. Australia is coming to the Caribbean to play soon. Jomel Warrican, the cricket from the West Indies, will join us as we look back on that historic moment, but also look ahead of the upcoming series when Australia comes to play here at the Mecca and other playing fields around the region. Now, if you're in the market for a brand new vehicle that has innovative technology, is fuel efficient, and gives you the driving experience of your life, Ansa Motors are going to join us. They will reintroduce you to what I think is a beauty. It is big, it is powerful, it is beautiful. Look at that, look at it. It is the Proton, ladies and gentlemen. The Proton X90 is what we'll be talking about today and showing you inside, outside, and not yet taking you for a drive, but surely exploring with you all of the possibilities when you own and you drive the Proton X90. Ansa Motors will join us to talk more about that. Now, Mother's Day is coming up, and there are just a few more days to complete all of your plan, your surprises for Mommy. What about a drink? What about a drink? Seriously, we'll have a mixologist in this morning who'll create for us some wonderful beverages you can have for Mommy on Mother's Day on Sunday coming. We'll also be meeting with Chef Jess. She is brilliant. And so what about the family coming together to look at cupcakes? I'm serious, cupcakes. How do you decorate cupcakes, especially for Mommy? And you'll keep it a secret, of course. You get her out of the house while you do what you have to do. But let's do that together this morning. We get very demonstrative. And the Blackman and Gollop School, they're having a wonderful show coming up on the weekend as well. We'll give you more details about that. But it's 14 minutes now after 6 o'clock. Let's take you to Liberia. That's where our president is, the Most Honorable Dame Sandra Mason. She landed yesterday, as we were telling you all week long about expecting this visit. It has begun. I'd like to show you now a little bit about that arrival and the different people with who she met as well on that arrival to Liberia. It's the first of a visit by Barbados to Liberia, the head of a state of Barbados to Liberia. And are we ready? Let's go. So here it is. Dame Sandra Mason there as she receives the sash as a warm welcome is given to her. She was met by Madame Sarah Nyanti, who is the Liberia's foreign minister, and she was also presented with something fantastic. Look at that. Traditional leaders were also there. She's given some cola nuts. She was also given some country rice and a white chicken. Would you imagine that? It's a customary Liberian gesture of hospitality to honored guests. So there she is looking into that bowl, the cola nut, which is a big item in Liberia, engaging with the different traditional leaders who are there welcoming our president to Liberia. The Chief of Protocol just in the background to the left, Miss Ria Garnes, and other officials from Barbados also there accompanying President Dame Sandra Mason on her first visit to Liberia. And would you believe it, look, the white chicken. I wonder if she's going to take it, or someone, look at her face, her reaction to the white chicken. The white chicken, all part of the customary offering of gifts to honored guests on arrival in Liberia. Still caught in discussion. So, President Mason, what shall you do? The chicken flutters just a little bit at the excitement. And this is all part of what they do in Liberia to honored guests. She just briefly touches it. Yes, thank you very much, folks. She would have landed just about 4 o'clock yesterday, Barbados time, in Liberia for her first visit as head of state of Barbados to Liberia, having been met by the foreign minister and her entourage. She greets those other traditional leaders in Liberia as well. And she takes her walk on the red carpet. The president is there to engage in a number of multilateral talks and to sign some agreements between Barbados and Liberia. And so she mounts the dais as she's prepared now to be honored by the playing of the Barbados national anthem by the Armed Forces of Liberia, the band. The national anthem of Barbados is played by the Armed Forces of Liberia's band. This is video provided to us by Front Page Media, with who we engaged yesterday. And so she has arrived officially now in Liberia, and she's receiving the salute of honor and the welcome to Liberia, as she will soon inspect the Military Guard of Honor. This is quite a signal moment for Barbados and Liberia. Dame Sandra Mason, while she is inspecting the troops who are there and also engaging with the other traditional groups. You can hear them singing in a very vibrant cultural display as well. Think about the little girl from St. Philip who rose to become head of state of Barbados on a beautiful day, Thursday afternoon in Liberia, arriving for the very first time from a very tiny nation, meeting with Senator John King, who's also there as part of the entourage. It's good often to see familiar faces. And so the President of Barbados is there on an official visit. She would have met then with the President of Liberia as well, and later on we'll perhaps get to show you that thanks to Front Page Media. But we also have another set of video to share with you this morning when she was celebrated in performances led by the different the national cultural troupe of Liberia. Let's take a look at that. Performances there from the Liberian National Cultural Troupe on the arrival to Liberia of President Dame Sandra Mason of Barbados on an official visit there. While there, she will get an opportunity to meet with the Barbadians who are in their settlement in Liberia, as well as she continues to strengthen the connections between Barbados and Liberia. So now you know she is there. We hope to have some more information coming in from Front Page Media in Liberia, as well as we keep you informed as to what the president is up to while on that official visit. We'll take a break here. We're coming back with more with a question. Why was I born? The answer coming up.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices.
Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about Solar Ray Microbiome Probiotics and why you should be taking them.
And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get healthy.
For your health tips, tune in to CBC TV 8 every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for Nature's Discount, sponsored by Get Healthy Incorporated.
Week after week, Scald presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular development.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
26 minutes now after 6 o'clock this Friday morning. Now, Dawn Lovell, my good friend Dawn Lovell, our training and development specialist, is with me again. Dawn, good morning to you. Fantastic Friday.
Good morning, Pearson. Fantastic Friday to you as well.
Thank you, my friend. How's your week been so far?
My week has been tiring.
I like your honesty. I like your honesty.
Tiring.
And but it's that kind of honesty, I think, that really gives one life.
Yes, because I love it.
Yeah.
It's been tiring, but I love it.
You acknowledge it, so now you know what to do or not to do.
Exactly.
And so for me, Friday nights offer me the best sleep because my alarm doesn't sound on a Saturday morning. It's an alarm Monday through Friday. But once I know there's no alarm to go, I can sleep till thy kingdom come.
I don't need an alarm. No, because I still get up the same time on Saturdays.
Yeah?
Yes, I do.
What is your get-up time, Dawn?
3 o'clock.
So on a Saturday morning at 3 o'clock?
My eyes will still open at 3. I can decide whether I'm going to get out of bed or not.
enough.
But usually I'm awake. That's my quiet time.
Okay. You're a good girl.
I try to be.
So Dawn, today we want to look at this question: why was I born? And I'm sure a lot of people have that same question at times when they question their existence. And I was saying to a lady who called this morning, too often we just exist, but we don't live.
Yes.
And sometimes when we feel as though we're not living, we ask ourselves, why was I born in the first place?
Yes. Well, Pearson, I've always heard the two most important things that ever happen in your life are the day you were born and the day you find out why.
Yes.
And many people go through life not having any idea of why am I even here, or what am I doing here, what is my purpose? That's a word that's used a lot these days. And I find that so many, both young and older people, are still going through a process of, I don't know what I'm called to do, what am I supposed to be doing, why am I even here, what is my life about, where am I going? And that is a very important question that I think persons need to really embark on that journey of finding out, why was I even born? Why were you in your mother's womb for 9 months and ushered into this reality that we see here, and you're just walking through life? As you said, many people are just surviving life. They're not living life. And that's because they don't know, what is it I'm supposed to do? What's my next step? Why am I even in this position? Why do I feel this way? And I think that's important. And I think the more people we can get to understand why they were born, we'll have a happier, our world will be happier because people are now more content with where they're going and the direction of their lives.
To me, if that's like an onion, I have to unpeel all the layers.
Yes.
Because there are many questions around the question, why was I born? And so you talked about, why was it my mother's womb in the first place?
Yeah.
Some people stop to go all that way back trying to figure out, why did you even bother with me? It, for some, feels as if it's a suicidal question. For others, it's an introspection. And so their approach to the answer is slightly different from the other approach. So let's look at that for a second. What would it be that would predispose a person to ask the question in the first place?
Well, that's a great question, Pearson. On my journey of self-discovery, one of the things that I've always realized, I'm a very spiritual person, and I knew that there was something that was off in my life. In my younger years, I knew I didn't feel fulfilled. I knew I was doing things, they didn't necessarily make me happy, and I always had this kind of a question there. You're made for more than this. There's more beyond this, but what is that more? And first, I want people to understand, first and foremost, you were created by a creator.
Yes.
A divine creator who thought about you, who knew you before you were even in your mother's womb. That's the first, you have to start there. If you start there, then you can start to unpeel those layers. But there is a sense of, okay, people call it the universe, other people call it God, I call it God, but God knew that there was a divine purpose for which this spirit, because we only see this outer layer. This is not who you are. This is what you look like. This is your container. Some of us, the container looks a little different, but...
She's talking about me again. But go ahead.
We'll talk about my container then, Pearson. But our containers look different. But innately inside of us, there's something, there's a person, there's a being that's seeking expression. And when you do not find that space to express the you that's in here, not this, because this can have on the weave and the lashes and everything and look really nice, but you're still lost. So first of all, understand that there was a divine purpose for which you were made. Then you start to ask yourself, okay, so throughout my life, you know, what are some of the things I was drawn to? What did I like? What didn't I like? Where were some of the areas? Because again, we cast our life based on our circumstances, where we grew up, who our parents were, what was my environment. But that's not you. Those are the outer experiences that you've had. So yes, Pearson, we're going to go a little in depth. So.
Yeah. We have to. And so understanding that you were created for a purpose, but that you were created out of love. I think oftentimes we begin to label ourselves not understanding that or acknowledging that there is a reason for your existence. And that primary reason is because I loved you enough to make you. And I placed you in a vessel known as a mother.
Yes.
Through a father.
Yes.
But you were ultimately created by God.
Yes.
And so God loves you enough to say you are worth it. You are worthy. And therefore, once you begin to find that space where you acknowledge that, I think it gives you a foundation that is unshakable.
Yes.
Unshakable. Yes, life will come. Yes, life will deliver all sorts of things.
Yeah.
But when it happens, your boat is safe because the one in the vessel with you has the ability to calm every storm.
Yes. And you know what, Pearson, I'll tell you what my experience was a couple of years ago. And I had known God. I had, you know, I think I was walking in my purpose, but I was having some challenges and I took some time to pray. And I usually go on my walks, and this is when I get my revelation. And the Holy Spirit said to me, Dawn, you were with me before you were even here.
Wow.
I knew you. So, you know, you read the Bible and there's scriptures and you say, oh, you kind of gloss over them. But I got that revelation then. You were with me before you were even here. So I know you. That's the love we're talking about. Because some people might say, well, my mother doesn't love me. My father doesn't love me. But that's the love. That's the divine love that we're talking about. I knew you even before you came into this body. And as you say, when you get that revelation, you're unshakable.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dawn, that is fantastic. You just stilled my spirit.
Hey.
But it's so true. It is so true. But there are people who struggle with that relationship with the Creator, so they feel disconnected. And then the question comes, why was I born? You were born for a purpose. How do I then, in my quiet, find that childlike state, I almost call it, because that's where the innocence truly is. That helps me to understand why I feel the way I feel, why I see the things I see, and why I associate in the way that I do.
Oh, Pearson, you know, and I don't want people to think that this is a quick fix thing. I just go sit quietly for a moment and ta-da, the light bulbs come on. No, you have to spend time. And in that quiet, you need to learn how to quiet the noise. Because many times all these externals, they're speaking, your environment is speaking, the people around you are speaking, you know, your circumstances speaking, and sometimes that speaks louder than the voice in the inside. And when you sit there for long enough, over time, things start to unfold. They're revealed to you. I can't even explain it. When you are seeking, you will find, they say when the student is ready, the teacher appears. That is very, very true. But you have to want to go on this discovery path. You have to want to know who you are.
And unfortunately for a lot of people, that wanting to know who you are happens as a consequence of something not so pleasant. But there are times when it doesn't necessarily have to be unpleasant. It's just inside you this disquiet that says, get to know who you are. You're not fulfilling exactly who you were created to be. And so taking the quiet time, I agree with you, Dawn, is absolutely critical, and it takes time. Don't think that, as Dawn said, it's the magic pill, boops, it happens. No. Consistently ask the question. Search for the answer. You will eventually find it. Because as the Bible tells us, as we draw close to God, He draws even closer to us. So the light comes on.
It does.
And you see just why you exist.
It does.
And so in discovering that, then you find out what your true purpose is. And the fulfillment comes.
Oh my goodness, Pearson, if I can just tell you.
Tell me.
The process, you know, and I will share my journey. I'll be very transparent here. You know, over the last, I would say 10 years of my life, things have unfolding in a way that I cannot even explain. What I will say to you, and if I look at it, my perspective had to change because many times we see issues and problems as the negative, but those are where I was birthed. This is where Dawn was birthed. And when I go back and I look, there were some of the hardest years of my life, Pearson, the hardest years. But they were the most beautiful years because I discovered who Dawn was. I discovered how resilient I was. I discovered that I'm an overcomer. I discovered that there was such love for me to allow me to go through this process and bring me out on the other side. So it was a transformation for me totally. So now I'm enjoying the transportation of my, you know, more mature years.
I get you. but you're quite, because you had the word in my head, you said it. It comes from a space of maturity as well.
Yes.
When you can now look back, reflect for just a moment and see those were formative encounters as opposed to destructive encounters. I'm a country boy.
Yes, me too.
Where you from?
St. John.
I'm from St. Lucie. I'm from St. Lucie. And so, you know, for a lot of people, you know, we've lived with this whole talk, oh, you're from behind God's back, you are no good, you're with the accent and all of those kinds of things.
Yeah.
And I always thank people for that. I thank them for it because it gives me the backbone to prove them wrong. And so that's why I always talk about where I'm from. Always do. Not ever to forget.
Yes.
The place on which I stand.
Yes.
And the people. One of the things I also remember is my grandmother, Naomi Springer. She always says, don't forget who you are. One, you are a Springer, first of all, and then what that means. And so Daddy then came along, he reinforced all of those disciplines within us as well. So we always had spine, if you understand what I mean. And we understood our place.
Yes.
We understood whose we are. And so it's difficult for anyone, I think, to shake that resolve. And a lot of times I think people need to get it in connection with those people from their past who can help them understand who they are and whose they are, where you are from.
Yeah.
And learn and build on that as opposed to try to kick it down. We tend to be ashamed sometimes as where we're from. And that is not your journey towards self-fulfillment.
No, you know, there's a word that just came to me when you spoke, Pearson, identity. And many persons are struggling with that. They don't know, what is my identity? And as you said, you know, your family reinforced that for you. So you knew, and many people have not had that. That's a grounding, that's a foundation. And for persons that haven't had that, I say, find your identity in God. You have to, because that's ultimately where it came from.
Correct.
So when you're grounded there knowing I am such a valuable person, God saw it fit to allow me to come into the earth. There was something he had for me to do. Let me go on this path of discovery. Yes, this would have happened, that would have happened. You know, my mother didn't like me, my father didn't like me, this happened, all these kind of things. Somebody betrayed me. Okay, that is part of your growth process. Understanding that the divine human being that you are, that the world is waiting for you to show up.
Yes.
To show up, Pearson. They're waiting for you. You know, they needed us to be here to show up, to be able to do this morning. You know, we don't know who this is blessing. You know, so you're somebody's blessing. And when you understand that, oh my goodness, Pearson, then there's nothing that you will not go after to do to make sure that the person that's you become a better version of yourself.
Dawn, you're so right. She's all better. Because when you reflect for just a moment, again, why you were created, just simply to praise God. He didn't say, you got to go to work 9 to 5 every day and do this and do that and raise children and pay taxes. That was not the structure. That was not it. But you understood that you still had to work. You still had to toil. But not to the extent where you lose who you are, your humanity, one for the other. So why were you born? You were born to serve others. You were born to serve God. You were born to all of those kinds of things. So if you stay on that human connection, your purpose in life will be realized, in my simple view. And so I think for a lot of you watching, stop for just a moment. Pause for just a moment. Why do you exist? Who created you? Do you know him? Do you know him? He loves you. Just remember that he loves you and he created you to help love other people as well. And if we all exist in that space, the question of why I was born will not exist. Because we understand I'm to have that human connection with Dawn. Dawn is to have that human connection with me with other people, and on and on and on, and we all live as one big happy family in the Garden of Eden. But don't worry about it. That is going to come in the new life to come, indeed. But Dawn, I'm so happy to have met you today again as we answer that question, why was I born? You were born because you were loved and are loved. And to help other people as well.
Yes, to serve others.
Thank you, Dawn.
Thank you, Pearson. It's always a pleasure. It's Friday.
Yes,
it's
yes.
Friday. It's not Monday.
So, Dawn, I can be long, I can be short, I can be black, white, brown, or purple. You can find me the world over, and I'm the main feature. What am I?
I'm stuck on the black, white, brown, or purple.
You see that?
That's the part that had.
And that's the problem.
I think that's the part. I think that's the part that has me for. Yeah.
No problem. In other words, she doesn't know the
answer.
I don't know. We're taking a break here, folks. We're coming back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Week after week, Scold presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when companies and specialists develop super satellites for a global network in space and can look behind the scenes. Scold is a window to everything that is there or is yet to come. Fly with us through time to better understand today and tomorrow. You've always wanted that. Scold, a look into the future.
Our world today is not the world God wants it to be. One of the reasons, which will surprise many, is that our planet, its governments, and its peoples are all living under the weight of Satan's rule. From the beginning of mankind's existence to today, human history is the written record of what it means to live under the rule of the devil. Yet that rule is coming to an end, and what a difference that will make.
Every Sunday at 9 a.m. on CBC TV 8.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
16 now to go to 7 o'clock as we turn our attention to cricket. Lovely cricket. As you know, the commentators say it with that grit in their voice as well. And joining us on set as we look at that test of 1975, that World Cup, is an outstanding Barbadian, but most of all, an outstanding West Indian cricketer, Jomel Warrican. Jomel, good morning to you.
Good morning to you, Pearson.
Welcome back to the set of Morning Barbados. Good to see you again.
Thank you very much. How are you?
Oh, I like that. He's asking me questions. Listen, often I don't answer questions. I ask the questions, but I'm well. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you, man.
Good. And you're staying safe and fit, right?
Always.
Because there's a lot of cricket coming up.
Definitely.
Are you excited about that?
Always a pleasure to be playing international cricket, so having it in your backyard as well is extremely great. So I'm definitely looking forward to that.
We're going to come back to that and talk about that in just a moment. 1975, 50 years ago, almost today, because it was on June 21st, 1975. There was a cricket match being played, West Indies versus Australia. It's the final of the very first Cricket World Cup.
Yes.
As a cricketer, you know, sometimes you guys like to go back and look at old videos and that kind of thing, just to check yourself and relive the glory. Have you ever done so?
Well, definitely watched that match over and over. My father made me watch it.
Why?
Just to have an understanding of the history of West Indies cricket and where everything have started from. So, growing up as a youngster, I remember putting in the CD, or he would buy CDs from the airport in Antigua.
Yes. That's right.
And he would always come back home and say, look, I have a video for us to watch. I would sit down and watch it with him.
That was such a big match.
Yeah.
So much so, we wanted to play it again. Let's see if you can remember these. They exploited the West Indies as they beat Australia in the very first Cricket World Cup in 1975.
And it's in the air, and Fredericks must catch that. A simple chance. And Australia have lost their 8th wicket. Holder. And that's out. The 4th run out of the innings. A very fast throw from Holder. And Thompson has hit Roberts straight down the ground for 4. The first ball of Andy Roberts. Fine shot from Thompson. Picked that nicely off his toes and into the square leg boundary for 4.
That's high in the air. He's middled it pretty well over the top of Clive Lloyd. And he's out. It's a great stop, but what a way to end the match. And it goes to this magnificent cricketer, and how well he and his team have deserved it.
Wow, those were days, John. Well, when you look at that, the way they played the cricket, West Indies play the game then, what do you think of how we play the game now?
Obviously, the game have modernized, but you can see that they had a brand, which is the 5 fast bowlers, and it really helped them to bring success. And how we're playing now, we're trying to have our own brand, but learn from the past and just improve every day or every time we step on the field.
So, with the Australians coming to the West Indies now, as you said, playing in our own backyard, we have that pride against that backdrop. We have that pride to play. And so, for you, is this your first time playing against Australia?
No, I played against Australia in 2015 into 2016 in Australia. That was my second test series. So, but I have never played against them in the Caribbean, so it's going to be the first time for me, so which I'm looking forward to.
What do you think you've learned from that experience that you can bring into this experience?
Just exposure, being in different conditions and understanding how they play, and just the experience alone from 10 years ago or about 9 years ago till now. I think I've learned how to keep my composure a lot better, deal with pressure, enjoy the ups and the downs as well. So for me, when I come into this test series, it's a lot clearer mind, and going forward, that's the direction or the information I've learned from the past I want to take going forward.
As a team, the West Indies team, though, I mean, I'm sure you have those moments when together the boys sit and talk. You not just share stories, but you give tips to each other. Is that what the dressing room is like?
The dressing room is like a family,
Nice.
There's opportunity to learn, and a wise man always told me, God gave it 2 ears and 1 mouth. So
that sounds like your father.
That is actually so Pat Cheltenham, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I could see that in the dressing room. A lot of learning and listening is taking place. And me when I now got into the team as a youngster, that's one thing I use to my advantage, learning from the senior guys in the team. So the same thing is happening now. And also you learn from the youngsters as well, because times is changing. And they keep you on point of what's happening in the younger generation, because you need to fit in with them as well. So it's a good balance between senior and junior.
But there's a lot of passion about the sport in the West Indies, and we love our team to win. You're not always winning.
Definitely.
And how do you feel about some of the harsh comments at times that are labelled towards the West Indies team?
It's understandable, because we have a rich legacy and history, and we're not performing as we like as a team. That's the truth there. But we are confident we're going in the right direction, because we won some games. For example, we beat Australia last year. Then we won against Pakistan recently. And for example, the 20 side was number 9, now they're number 3 in the world. So there's improvement. There's a lot of improvement. So just about the journey, and we sticking together as a team and backing our plans and what we want to achieve together. And just, I'll tell you fans, be a little patient with us. We're getting there. There will be ups and downs, but just back us 100%.
Back us 100%. Consistency is what we're looking for, I think, in a lot of ways. And speaking of consistency, because you remember that game against Pakistan?
Yes, please.
You do?
Yes.
What do you remember about the game against Pakistan?
There's 2 games.
Okay, which one do you remember?
I remember all 2.
Which one would you want to see? Because we have some video.
The second one, which we won.
Can we show that now? The second one, which we won, Jomel Warrican and the West Indies playing against Pakistan.
Oh, he's skied it. There's a chance here. One too many. Hit 2 boundaries in the previous over. He's thrown it away literally. Kamran Ghulam was nowhere in control of that shot. Warrican strikes.
He played a similar shot the over before to Moti when he tried to go over deep mid-wicket, and it was a bit of a hack, and he's tried to do exactly the same. This is not a good looking shot. He's nowhere near it. He's trying to go over the leg side again, and Django just takes quite a simple catch in the end.
The one that comes back in. First delivery, turn, this one just slides on. Warrican gets his wicket.
Wait and see whether does he get a little inside edge on this. Maybe chops it on, but he's gone back. He's tried to play it from deep in the crease, the night watchman. Off his pad actually, and on to off stump.
Could that be the one? Could that be? Yes, it is. It's come past the inside edge and onto the pad, and that's what.
Ball tracking coming up now. Pitching outside off, impact in line. Wickets is hitting. All you can say the original decision of out.
Oh, it's gone through. That didn't turn.
A premier bowler in your lineup. That's done. West Indies win after 34 years in Pakistan. What a game they had.
That's the last wicket to fall. Sajid getting at an under edge into the stumps. West Indies have wrapped up and returned the favour by beating Pakistan of a 120-run margin.
Oh boy.
A 5-wicket haul. 5 wickets for 27 runs.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that experience. What do you love watching it again, or what triggers you in a very happy space when you saw that?
That I could contribute to a part of history to help West Indies win the game in 34 years. That's the main thing.
That you could contribute to that success after 34 years. Yes. And it rested on your shoulders and your ability to turn that ball in such a way it confused the Pakistanis.
Yes, because after the first test, no one gave us a chance.
Yes.
So for us to bounce back as a team, it shows how good we are as a family, as a unit, and that belief we have in the dressing room.
So how did you put yourself in a headspace to achieve that feat of 5 wickets for 27?
The conditions in my favor, first thing first, and I believe if the conditions in your favor, use it to your advantage. And after the first test, I got 7 wickets, but it was in a losing cause, so it wasn't really highlighted. So I always felt confident going into the second test that I could deliver again. And knowing that what was at stake, winning to draw the series, I decided, well, you got to repeat. Life is about repeating and consistently doing something over a period of time. As you said, being consistent.
Yes.
So I know I couldn't relax. I know I had to come in the second test and do something special again, which I did, and happy that it happened, and it helped us to win the second test and beat Pakistan in 34 years.
Beat them bad. But is it a tradition that once you've had taken a 5-wicket haul, do you sign the bat?
No, you sign, depends on, well, now you raise the ball to the audience or the fans in the stands. But at some grounds, there's a plaque or a wall that you write your name on.
Really?
Yeah.
So you've written your name on history's page. Look at you. Look. Wow. Well, you're left-hander.
Yeah.
Well. When you were doing that, were you thinking, okay, I can't misspell these words?
When I was doing it, it was just like, that never crossed my mind, to be honest. It was just like, wow, this is really happening.
I mean, when you look at all the other names who are on that wall, and your name is already also there, 7 for 32.
Yeah.
That must have been truly an honor.
Yeah, that was a special feeling.
But does that put pressure on you? No, because we want you to repeat over and over and over again.
Well, life is not like that, you just got to maintain a standard. So, yes, that was an outstanding game. So I don't expect that it's going to happen every single game. But it's just being consistent, holding yourself to a certain level that you don't drop below it.
Yeah. Knowing what you've been able to achieve and knowing the people who 50 years ago achieved that success against Australia and the legends who play at the Mecca here in the Caribbean, in Barbados, who are some of those people who are always in your spirit every time you take the field?
Sir Vivian Richards.
Right.
Just how he carried himself, the demeanor, the presence that he had. You know, it was amazing. It's like you can see that once he walks out to the crease, there's a difference. There's a difference. The aura. I always loved that as a child growing up.
Yes.
And then meeting him as well, it was even a better feeling, having conversation. Once again, he left me with a great quote as well. Loose lips sink ships.
That is so true. Loose lips sink ships.
So I'm a quote man. I like to use strong phrases.
Yes.
So whenever someone drop a phrase like that to me, I hold it tight. I hold it tight. Yeah,
indeed. So Australia plays when in the region?
The first test starts June 27th, I think. Yeah.
That's May, June, next month.
Next month. Yeah. So
to keep yourself ready and fit, what do you have to do between?
So like when I leave, I have to go straight to the gym, and then from there, I take my practice into the batting lab, and also recovery is very important. So whether you stretch and you warm down, or just a little chill period as well, but also just having a clear mindset, visualizing what you want to do or what you want to achieve, and start thinking about this series. But at the same time, you keep a balance in terms of not overthinking as well.
Yeah, because you just don't want to put that pressure on you that's unnecessary. And then Pakistan follows right after. So you're busy this whole season long.
Yes, I guess obviously Pakistan we're looking to have their revenge against us. So we have to continue performing well and just have a balance. You know, you don't want to think too far ahead as well. So first thing you focus on is the Australia series. Take that step by step. Then from there, your next journey will be against Pakistan.
I think you guys are doing really, really well. I am pleased as a West Indian with the work that you guys are doing. I like how Sammy's been able to corral all you guys together and keep you guys focused. Come on, guys, we're going to win. We're going to win. Just stay focused. Don't worry about the last game. Don't let it dampen your spirit. But get ready for the next game. And that's what you guys have been doing.
Definitely.
So, do you know the team already?
For test series, no, it haven't been announced as yet. So hopefully it'll be announced in probably two weeks or so. So
and then you're going to regional camp to get yourselves all together.
Definitely.
And if your name is not called,
I'll be a very heartbroken guy.
Me too. Me too. But I want you to be there. We all want you to be there. We want to come out to see you play. And we know because of the skill that we know you have with the ball, we know that you will bring success for us in the West Indies again. Against Australia, you've done it before. You beat out Pakistan before. This is just another game.
Definitely.
Another series. And we want that to be very, very big for us as well.
Thank you.
So what do you want to say to the fans now as we get ready to receive these two cricketing teams in the West Indies?
Just support us. Be loud. Be loud. When the fans is there, it feels like we're playing with 12 instead of 11.
Yes.
So just give us our support and back us 100%, and we'll try our best to deliver to the best of our ability.
We play cricket louder. So let's just be loud.
Yeah.
Just be loud. They need that support. Congratulations to you, Jomel. Look there right now on the screen. Patricia Ben, she's wishing you success in every game. She's in the United States, by the way.
Thank you very much.
Keep your eyes on the ball. And so, you know, yes, we got this. Vereen Walker is also joining in and wishing you the very best and joining the positive spirit that you brought to the game as well. And we want to thank all of you social media commenters as well for supporting Jomel Warrican from Barbados and the West Indies team as we do battle against Australia and later on Pakistan, and we are going to beat them bad. We just want to play cricket loud. So come to the venue, support the team, be loud. You become the 12th man on the field. And so we thank you, Jomel.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. We're taking a break here. We're coming back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
The Ministry of Youth Sports and Community Empowerment Bridges television series is back. Join us every Wednesday at 8 p.m. with a repeat on Saturdays at 5:30 p.m. on CBC TV 8.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Let's look at news now. Barbados has successfully completed its second program with the International Monetary Fund with top marks, specifically with the Extended Fund Facility and Resilience and Sustainability Facility arrangements. IMF Chief Mission Officer Michael Perks says the program's targets were met and the island demonstrated commendable progress as it relates to implementing its economic reform program. He was speaking at a media conference at Laro Court following an IMF exit meeting between the fund's mission and the government.
The completion of the reviews will allow the authorities to draw the remaining $19 million under the EFF and around $38 million under the RSF. Since this is the final review, I wanted to recognise up front the achievements of the authorities under their homegrown BERT 2 plan and the fund EFF and RSF. With strong ownership, the authorities have delivered their broad objectives of the fund arrangements. Macroeconomic stability has been further reinforced through a sustained increase in primary fiscal surpluses and continued decline in public debt, alongside improvements in the external position and initial steps to enhance the monetary policy framework and strengthen financial safety nets. At the same time, structural reforms have been implemented to boost fiscal sustainability, enhance growth and competitiveness, and build resilience. The authorities are on track to complete all 5 reviews on time. They have met all the EFF quantitative targets at every review. They've completed all 21 structural benchmarks with only a few subject to short delays. And finally, they have met all 10 RSF reform measures. I shouldn't have to say it, but this is no small feat.
Meanwhile, Prime Minister Mia Amor Motley is thanking Barbadians for staying the course as the country battled through a challenging 12-year period. However, the Prime Minister is warning citizens that the country is still under overcast conditions owing to the external economic climate. She says while the country reserves stands at a solid $3.35 billion compared to $300 million in 2018, the country must address its skills shortages issue.
I go to sleep worrying about skills. And I go to sleep worrying about who is going to be able to come to work to do the jobs that we need doing, not just because of population decline alone, but because the complexity of government requires a range of different skills, all of which are not necessarily available in small states. That's why the IMF and other countries have set up CARTAC. And CARTAC for many years has been offering very technical skills to countries in the region. But sometimes we need to go even further. And one of the benefits of the standby arrangement, the precautionary standby arrangement, is that it still allows us to retain access to technical assistance, structured policy dialogue, and if necessary, as I said, emergency resources. The disadvantage of it is that you have to pay it back in a shorter period of time.
Well, Barbados' IMF program formally comes to an end next month. As Barbados signed that final staff agreement with the IMF, Prime Minister Motley says despite some financial challenges, her government has been able to implement major social and economic reforms that have improved the lives of Barbadians. In addition, there are a number of other areas of development that will be addressed. She was speaking at the BLP meeting at Husbands Row, St. James last night as she endorsed BLP candidate Chad Blackman for the upcoming by-election in St. James North.
And in spite of being in an IMF program, we have picked up the pace. We pay people, we increase people's pay, we do the hospital, we deal with the schools, we deal with every aspect, we build the roads. There's a sense of order in the country again, and understand that from the issues of roads and infrastructure, as you heard Tony say tonight, we can't do all at once, but we have been making credible progress. And in this constituency, 16 roads have been done already, and more are still coming. Water, there are areas that are still Zone A which cannot be used, but there are others which we have freed up from Zone 1 and that are now available to people to develop. The beaches, the government has committed to restoring the beaches, not as a one-off thing here and a one-off thing there and a one-off thing there, but we have said from St. Lucie to the port has now to be built back over the next 2 years as one major project. And when we finish, we have to go to the East Coast, because when all is said and done, between the climate crisis, what it is bringing with the waves and the sargassum, in another decade, they expect that the East Coast Road will not be there or will be undermined because of the erosion.
Opposition leader Ralph Thorne has challenged the Mia Mottley government to put concessions across the board and not just for certain individuals and businesses. The Democratic Labour Party leader was addressing those attending a political meeting at the Whim St. Peter last night in support of candidate Felicia Dujon in that same by-election. He charged the government is preoccupied with giving concessions to people who already have a lot.
I was driving home one evening and I saw a rum shop. You're going up my Lord's Hill on the left, and there were a lot of tourists out there. And the restaurants, the big restaurants on the West Coast get concessions. They all get concessions. The villas get concessions because they cater to tourists, and you want to encourage tourism. And so my position is that if the tourists are going into the rum shops in the villages, why can't the owners of those rum shops get concessions as well? And that was the proposal I put to them, and they seem surprised. They've done nothing about it. Because this government reserves concessions. This government reserves preferential treatment for the wealthy in this country.
Let's look at sports now. Barbados Pelicans are officially out of the West Indies Breakout League. The Leeward Thunder claimed the final playoff spot during the edging the Pelicans by net run rate as only the top three advanced to the playoffs. Table leaders Trinidad and Tobago Legions moved directly into the final, while second place Windward Islands Infernos on 28 points will play the Leewards tonight in that playoff. Barbados finished fourth. Ghana Rainforest Rangers finished fifth on 15. Jamaican Titans were sixth on 8. That's news until now. More news coming up at noon right here on CBC TV 8. Morning Barbados comes back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
The Ministry of Youth Sports and Community Empowerment's Bridges television series is back. Join us every Wednesday at 8 p.m. with a repeat on Saturdays at 5:30 p.m. on CBC TV 8. Don't you miss it.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources, he'll give you the people. Not only will he equip you with ideas, but he will equip you with favor, as he did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV 8, every Sunday at 1:30 p.m., sponsored by Covenant Life Teaching Center.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices.
Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about Solar Ray Microbiome Probiotics and why you should be taking them.
And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get healthy.
For your health tips, tune in to CBC TV 8 every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for Nature's Discount, sponsored by Get Healthy Incorporated.
Week after week, Scold presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when companies and specialists develop super satellites for a global network in space and can look behind the scenes. Scold is a window to everything that is there or is yet to come. Fly with us through time to better understand today and tomorrow. You've always wanted that. Scold, a look into the future.
Our world today is not the world God wants it to be. One of the reasons, which will surprise many, is that our planet, its governments, and its peoples are all living under the weight of Satan's rule. From the beginning of mankind's existence to today, human history is the written record of what it means to live under the rule of the devil. Yet that rule is coming to an end, and what a difference that will make.
Every Sunday at 9 a.m. on CBC TV 8, tune in for Tomorrow's World, sponsored by the Living Church of God.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We all face struggles at times in our lives. You're not alone. There's no need to feel ashamed or embarrassed. It's okay to reach out for support. Lifeline Barbados is completely confidential. No one else will know you called. They're there to offer a caring ear and guidance without judgment. And fellas, I want you to know asking for help is a true sign of strength. It takes real courage to reach out. You can also call Lifeline Barbados if you're worried about loved ones who are struggling and you need advice on how to support them. There's a saying, a problem shared is a problem halved, but not everyone has someone they can confide in. That's why Lifeline Barbados exists, to be there for you or someone you care about during tough times. Save this number. Lifeline Barbados is just a call away. Remember, you can reach out whenever you need to talk.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb, and together we will travel the world.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Community Empowerment's Bridges television series is back. Join us every Wednesday at 8 p.m. with a repeat on Saturdays at 5:30.
All right, 15 minutes now after 7 o'clock. I stand because this awesome beast on the floor really makes me stand. It will make you stand to attention too if you drive the brand new Proton X90. And it's available at Ansem Motors. Ansem Motors, of course, you know, is that dealership that puts you literally in a space where you feel as though the whole world is truly a wonderful place to be in. This Proton, which we're going to introduce to you now, if you've not seen it before, is one that will definitely excite you simply because of its technology. I'm not going to talk the spiel. Actually, joining me right now is Ishmael. No.
Romario Craig.
Romario Craig. Well, I'm getting the name so wrong. Romario, good morning to you.
Good morning, Pearson. How are you? Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for asking us.
Yes, please.
And let's talk a little bit about what ANSA Motor offers through this brand new vehicle.
Well, through this brand new vehicle, firstly, let me tell everyone that we have a lovely Mother's Day initiative coming up this weekend. You know, you have to treat the mothers good.
Of course.
Yes. This is we're pampering your mom. Because, you know, I see it as like a full circle thing. You know, when you were younger, when you were a baby, you know, mom, you know, she pampered you, change your pamper. So I think that is, you know, full circle. You come back. It's your turn now to pamper mom, but this time with love and reliability, and that's what we are offering at ANSA Motors.
Love and reliability.
Yes, please.
Just
Love,
for
remember,
money.
love is the answer. Yeah.
My man is talking big today, man. All right, so
please.
love is the answer. So let's love and pamper
please.
mommy this Mother's
Yes,
Day.
please.
And it's as simple as coming down to ANSA Motors and
please.
take a look into the vehicle,
Yes, please.
experience it for yourself, place it behind in the seat.
Yes,
and
that's
then
the
you'll
best
know
point
for
of
sure.
reference for
That's
a new
right.
vehicle.
Do we get
That's
test
it.
drives?
Yes, definitely. And this weekend on Saturday, we have a Mother's Day promotion where you come up. It's at Corverley, and it will be this Saturday, May 10th.
Yes, I've heard about that.
Yes, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. where you come up, take a test drive, and while you take a test drive, you'll be able to let mom sit back, relax, sip on some Chandon, enjoy some light refreshments, and just sit back, relax, and pamper mom for Mother's Day. You know,
So-
pre-Mother's Day gift.
Get her giddy. This is tomorrow.
This would be on Saturday.
Tomorrow,
yes,
the days are confusing.
Yes.
Tomorrow is Saturday. So tomorrow at Corverley,
Yes,
where is
please.
Saturday? It's a large complex. So where is Saturday?
It will be behind the Corverley Medical Center, and we'll
Okay.
have some music and light refreshments and so on. So you'll hear the music. It's behind the Corverley Medical Center. So once you come there, you'll see the tents and you'll see us, and we're looking forward to seeing everyone come down. Excited about it.
Easy to find the location. Once you'll see the feather banners, you'll hear the music, you'll get to experience the whole thing.
We're definitely excited.
So we get to know more details about the brand new Proton.
Yes, please.
We also get to test drive if we wish to do so.
and
We get to give mommy all the love who's pampered us all our life. She knows being pampered.
Exactly, yes.
And I really want to talk a little bit more about the car in just a moment.
Yeah,
Who
sure.
would you think this vehicle is pitched towards?
I would say this vehicle is pitched towards family, and you know, mothers are usually the glue of the family and the household. So this vehicle, which Christon, my colleague, will explain to you and go into further detail, he'll show you some of the features, the awesome features that we have for this vehicle. It's definitely an amazing vehicle.
What do you love most about it?
What I love most about it, I would say the self-parking feature and the voice command.
What do you mean with...
Yes.
I'm coming to you in a minute. I'm coming to you in a minute. What do you mean with self-parking?
Basically, you
let it go, the steering wheel, and it does its own thing?
Yes, and the vehicle does its own thing. Yes.
So if I'm not good at parking, it can do it for me?
Yes, it can assist you with parking. Yes, you just hold back your hands and let the vehicle take control, and it parks in a safe spot, because this vehicle has been prided on the Volvo platform, so it's a 5-star safety rating. So these vehicles are safe and sound, rest assured.
So it can reverse for me too?
Yes, it can reverse for you, yes. Yes, this vehicle, when Christian goes through some of the more intricate details and features of the vehicle, you will definitely see how amazing this vehicle is.
So when we come tomorrow to Corverley, from about 10 in the morning.
10 till 2 p.m.
Till 2 in the evening. You have 4 hours, folks, in Corverley. Can I purchase it on the spot? Can I begin negotiations with you?
Oh, yes, please. Well, we have on-the-spot financing, right? And we also can facilitate trade-ins on the spot. So basically, you can bring a valuation no older than 2 months or so, and bring your identification, and we'll take care of the rest.
Tomorrow?
Yes,
so
tomorrow.
you can come and trade in as well?
Yes, you can.
We can start a negotiation.
Everything
tomorrow.
on the spot.
What at least do I need to come with, apart from the valuation, if I'm trading in? What else, if I want to purchase a brand new vehicle from ANSA, and particularly the Proton, what do I need to come with?
Well, we would suggest some identification. You can bring, as I said, the recent valuation. And once you bring any other particulars, like your details and what's not, we would...
The usual things like the bill of proof of address, job letter, that kind of thing.
Yeah, anything so, and we'll take care of the rest for you.
And that's tomorrow.
That's
tomorrow, 10 o'clock in the morning at Corverley, just behind the medical center, that location where there's a big car park.
So
a lot of road for you to don't press out the gas, but to go from there.
But our vehicles will be fully topped up, so...
All right.
Yeah,
all right.
So we're definitely looking forward to it.
I want to go inside.
Yeah, sure.
Kristen, open the door for me. Just kidding. Now, here we go. You guys know his face. You know his name as well, because he's been with us several times over. Morning, my brother.
Good morning. How are you doing,
I am doing well. I am up. Thank you. In other words, I'm now shut into the car.
Yes.
Talk to me about this beauty of a beast.
All right. So this beauty of a beast, as we said, safety is at the forefront of the vehicle. Right now in our cluster is actually telling you that the tire pressure needs fits in.
Where do I see that?
So I just show you here quickly.
Oh, so all of this.
All of this.
So I can maneuver through.
You can maneuver through the cluster. Right now, it's telling us that all 4 of our tires need air. And
because it's flashing?
It's flashing. It's not at the required tire pressure. And it's literally telling you which
one has least air in it.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So every little detail that we're talking about in terms of safety, this vehicle offers. It has autonomous emergency braking. This is while you're driving. If a child suddenly steps down in front of the vehicle, because you know sometimes children when they're walking the road, how they can be. And then even vehicles coming out of side roads suddenly comes out, or a vehicle suddenly brakes in front of you, this vehicle will apply brakes safely so that you don't knock down anyone.
It wouldn't jerk me, but it would just...
Correct. If it needs to jerk it, it will jerk it again for safety. All right. It has rear traffic warning as well. So if you're reversing out of your garage and traffic is coming across, it will notify you.
How?
If it will start to beep.
Okay.
And if you don't apply the brakes, again, it will apply the brakes so that you do not reverse out and get your rear end slammed into.
Whoa, this is fantastic.
Yes, it has a lane assist, blind spot detection. It also has lane departure assist. So even if you're driving down the highway
and I want to go into a different lane
and there's a vehicle coming that is not in your visual, in the rearview mirror or in your sight, it will prevent you from shifting out.
So automatically the turn would stiffen somewhat?
It would give you a little resistance.
Oh my word.
So that you don't crash. However, as I say, every person's driving style is different.
Yes.
So with these safety features, you can adjust the aggressiveness of it so that your ride is still comfortable for you while you sit in this.
This is such an intelligent vehicle.
Very intelligent.
I notice what Answer Motor stands on, the intelligence of the vehicle.
Correct.
And so all of this is built in.
Built into the vehicle.
Do I get in any way to adjust it to my conditions, for instance?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Right here in our cluster, we have what you call the ADAS system. That's the AC I just pulled up. Sorry. Let me just go. So with the ADAS system, we have all the controls here for safety. And again, you can adjust it according to your driving style so that, again, while you're driving, you're superbly comfortable in here. And speaking about comfort, the seats that we're sitting in,
it's beautiful, man.
They're very comfortable, but they also have cooling in it.
I noticed.
Yes.
I noticed.
So, you know, the vehicle is parked outside, you know, came out from work, you want the seats to cool down because we're talking about fine leather here.
Yes.
The seats will provide cooling for you. Again, making your ride comfortable for you.
You know, I got in, I sat down and right away my left foot. You know, I wanted to say, what do I do with this left foot? And then, but you provided me with a space to relax the left leg,
Absolutely.
Which is fantastic. Also, it's so beautifully kitted right here in the middle.
That's
the controls.
correct. So it's actually modeled after an airplane cockpit. That's why your gear shift is like this, just like how the airplanes are.
Yes.
Right. But again, as you can see, it's very comfortable to hold, easy to maneuver. You have your wireless charging here. You have USB ports. And then this controls the different drive modes. So again, we're in a mild hybrid vehicle. So there's some level of fuel efficiency that you will get out of the vehicle. And you can adjust your drive modes again to your driving style. If you are a person who just like to cruise down the road, you can drive in the Econ.
Right.
The comfort mode for those who just want the comfortable ride, and sport mode for those who just need to get a little pep out of the vehicle.
And it's all built into the dash, the steering wheel as well.
Correct.
So I know sometimes that little window shows up here. Does that happen in this vehicle?
Not this one. That shows up. The head-up display is in one of our other brands, the Kia Seltos.
Yes.
Right. We also have 360 camera. I will turn it on. As you can see.
Yeah. See how untidy our studio is, but nonetheless, that's our studio. It's looking all around.
So we can see the front, the sides, and the back of the vehicle.
Oh.
And as you can see, the quality is top-notch.
So that's spun around. Can I choose which angle I want to go to?
Yes. So here.
Oh, it's touch. It's touch.
It's touch screen, and you can select. Whichever side you want, and if you want to see around the vehicle, we can see literally around the vehicle live.
Right.
So, say for instance, you pull up at a car park space. It's dark. You want to make sure before you exit the vehicle it's safe. Again, you can see right around your vehicle.
I just like how you can do that. Just touch it and you move it around.
Exactly.
This is fantastic.
Yes, and Romario mentioned the self-parking. The vehicle, again, it has 6 sensors to the front, 6 sensors to the back. So again, when you engage the self-parking feature, it notifies itself of all the dangers around,
right?
So that it maneuvers. And if it cannot make the maneuver, it will let you know and let you take back control of the vehicle.
Oh.
So
how does it let me know? It speaks to me?
It will give you the warning on the screens.
Right.
No, it's never a situation where the vehicle has total control.
Right.
You are always in control of this vehicle. Right? I don't want persons to think that the vehicle takes control and it gets away from you. No, you're still in control, but it has these safety features and the ability to self-park so that it gives you a level of comfort.
The doors are heavy and sturdy, which is good. I feel safe inside. It sits well on the road. I could well imagine. I haven't driven it yet, but I could well imagine it sits well on the road, which is important to a lot of people.
Absolutely.
It's spacious, so it's fantastic for the family. Lots of boot space as well.
Absolutely.
And so safety is built into this too.
That is correct. 5-star safety rating, 5 stars being the highest. We have the airbags right through the vehicle. And a point to note, nowhere in the world have there ever been a road fatality with these vehicles.
Not this head. Not what. So that's good to know. That's really, really good to know. You know, everyone has their loved one in their vehicle, including themselves. And so we want you to be able to do so as well. So, folks, this is a no-brainer. Tomorrow at Coverley from 10 in the morning or even all day long today. Right, Kristen, we can come into Answer Motors.
Correct. Just find us in Wildy if you're coming today. But tomorrow, we're up at Coverley, 10 to 2. Come up, test drive, let mum get pampered, and on-the-spot financing, guys.
Simple Simon met the Pymans. Let's meet you at Answer Motors today, or we meet you at Coverley tomorrow, and let's pamper mommy. Get one of these, and make her dream come true. But because mothers love everyone to be safe, mothers love everyone else who she loves, and so she wants to provide a safe environment for all. So get her the Proton. It is a no-brainer right now. Thank you, Christian, as always.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you, sir. All the best indeed. And so, folks, Answer Motors today, right through the day, or Coverley tomorrow from 10 in the morning till 2. Come test drive, get a feel for it, and get financing on the spot. Thanks again, gentlemen.
Absolutely.
All right. We're coming back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
The Ministry of Youth Sports and Community Empowerment's Bridges television series is back. Join us every Wednesday at 8 p.m. with a repeat on Saturdays at 5:30 p.m. on CBC TV 8. Don't you miss it.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources, he'll give you the people. Not only will he equip you with ideas, but he will equip you with favor, as he did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV 8, every Sunday at 1:30 p.m., sponsored by Covenant Life Teaching Center.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices. Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about Solar Ray Microbiome Probiotics and why you should be taking them. And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get healthy.
For your health tips, tune in to CBC TV 8 every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for Nature's Discount, sponsored by Get Healthy Incorporated.
Week after week, Scold presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when companies and specialists develop super satellites for a global network in space and can look behind the scenes. Scold is a window to everything that is there or is yet to come. Fly with us through time to better understand today and tomorrow. You've always wanted that. Scold, a look into the future.
Our world today is not the world God wants it to be. One of the reasons which will surprise many is that our planet, its governments, and its peoples are all living under the weight of Satan's rule. From the beginning of mankind's existence to today, human history is the written record of what it means to live under the rule of the devil. Yet that rule is coming to an end, and what a difference that will make.
Every Sunday at 9 a.m. on CBC TV 8, tune in for Tomorrow's World, sponsored by the Living Church of God.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Hey there.
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
28 minutes now to go to the hour of 8 o'clock. As you know, Sunday is Mother's Day. And something tells me you already have plans, but something also tells me some of you do not. And there's someone and something I want to share with you right now. Joining me from the Blackman at the Gallup School is a senior teacher, Mr. John King, the original. Mr. King, good morning to you.
Good morning to you, Pearson.
Good to have you. And Akima Carter, who is the president of the PTA of the Blackman at the Gallup School. Ms. Carter, good morning as well.
Good morning. Thank you for having
That
me.
means you're a mother.
Yes, please.
And that means as well that you have your eye on the brand new Proto, right?
Yes. If it can be gifted.
That's up to your family now. Remind them of the big sale tomorrow, okay? Good. Mr. King, there's something happening at the school for Mother's Day and for mothers. Let's talk a little bit about it as a salute to mother.
Yes, it's a pre-Mother's Day concert. Last year we had it was Mother's Day concert because that was a Mother's Day Sunday.
Right.
But a lot of people have their plans, as you just said, for Sunday. So we decided we're going to bring a day forward. And so we're having a pre-Mother's Day concert tomorrow on Saturday night, which is tomorrow, the 10th of May, from 6 p.m. until 9 p.m. We're having several entertainers, but among them we're having the Barbados Police Service Band. They were with us last year, did a fantastic job. And since once is not enough, we're having a second band as well, and that is going to be the Defense Force Band. So we're going to have two bands along with some other entertainers, and they are there to serenade the mothers. But I'll explain a little bit more about that as we go on.
Oh, tell me now.
Okay, so
I don't want time to get away from us.
So mothers are usually, taken for granted. They don't get an off day, So we figured that we will put on this concert to salute our mothers, and we are offering some door prizes, but the main thing, we are offering a safe space. The school is completely enclosed, and of course you're going to have the long arm of the law represented by the police band. And if that was not enough, we're going to have our Defense Force soldiers as well.
Totally fortified.
so totally, and we're inviting the mothers to come out. Yes, people may have plans already, but for this occasion, and I must say, last year my mother was there, and don't matter what age, my mother, she's in her 90s, and she was there last year. She enjoyed herself tremendously, and we're asking, if you don't have any plans, and if you can fit it in, just come on down to the Blackman and Gallup Primary School and enjoy our salute to mothers.
6 to 9 p.m. tomorrow, Saturday. And so, Ms. Carter, as a parent and a head and the president of the PTA, you also appeal to mothers and the family to come out and be a part of it.
Yes, of course. I appreciate just being serenaded You know, after you put in all the hard work, like he said, there's no off day. And even when we're sick, we still have to be a mother. So it feels good to just sit back and relax and be appreciated in that term.
So you're looking forward to being pampered?
Yes, definitely.
So in other words, put on the pots
sipping a little Shamdor and then enjoying myself.
But the school, the work of the school as a parent from the Parent Teacher Association, let's talk about that for just a little while, because you're known in the media for great things at Blackman and Collop. I see you smile because it's like, yes, that's the truth.
That is the truth.
And talk to me a little bit about the role of mothers in the development of their children and the role of the school in supporting what you have already started at home.
Well, let's go back a bit, because at Blackman and Collop, like you said, people have they think Blackman and Collop is so great. We put in so much work to get to that point. And we at the PTA, we want to ensure that we keep building on the infrastructures and the safety for students. So things like a shuttle service we want to provide for those children. And you hear about the Calypso competition. So we want to not only build on academics, but we want to build on skills. So something that we are looking to create would be cooking for juniors and different skills, hand skills, crafting, kite flying. We want to be able to tell the children, you go and make your kite and bring it back, let's fly that kite. So the school allows us to foster those skills. And we support the teachers too, because a lot of the time you hear teachers saying, well, I gotta pull my pocket to be able to get these things for the children. We want to, as a PTA, provide that space for the teachers to, when you come back out from your break and you come back out for lunch, you have a lounge. Things to make our teachers too feel comfortable, so that you don't just hear about the children at Blackman and Collop, you hear about the teachers and the parents. And for years, when they walk away from the school, they said, my child was a part of that school and continue to grow as a school and as a community.
Yes. And so this effort tomorrow is to help raise the funds to do all of those students, help them meet those dreams that you're talking about.
Please.
And the collaboration between staff and the PTA is so central to your child's development and happiness. And so we want all of you, parents and other people who are in the area and just lovers of great music, from the police band and also from the Defence Force band and other artists as well, to come to the Blackman and Collop School tomorrow from 6 in the evening. Just a couple hours, a few hours, 3 hours literally. You're going to be there to be serenaded. And so it's a great treat for mothers. So take your mother out. Don't leave her at home. Put her in the car. Get her all dressed up, pampered as well, and brought to the Blackman and Collop School to be a part of this salute to mothers. And so it's tomorrow. Do we pay at the door, Mr. King?
Yeah, you can pay at the door. I mean, tickets are available at the school all today and all tomorrow. Because tomorrow we're going to be, setting up and making the place look presentable. And if I must say this about the Blackman and Collop Primary School, the ambience. It is fantastic. We've had some beautiful nights during the past week, and come and be serenaded under the stars.
Under the stars.
Sure. Thank you so very much, Joy King, senior teacher with the Blackman and Collop School. Akiva Carter is the president of the Parent Teacher Association. They're inviting us to come into the Blackman and Collop School under the stars to be serenaded tomorrow evening in the Salute to Mother from 6 in the evening till 9. You can pay at the door, and everything that you donate tomorrow goes towards the development of all of these things to surround the school environment, to build rounded children, but also to support the teaching staff as they help in the raising of our nation's children as well. So I encourage all of you to be a part of it tomorrow. Thank you all.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. We're coming back in just a moment on Morning Barbados.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We all face struggles at times in our lives. You're not alone. There's no need to feel ashamed or embarrassed. It's okay to reach out for support. Lifeline Barbados is completely confidential. No one else will know you called. They're there to offer a caring ear and guidance without judgment. And fellas, I want you to know asking for help is a true sign of strength. It takes real courage to reach out. You can also call Lifeline Barbados if you're worried about loved ones who are struggling. and you need advice on how to support them. There's a saying, a problem shared is a problem halved, but not everyone has someone they can confide in. That's why Lifeline Barbados exists, to be there for you or someone you care about during tough times. Save this number. Lifeline Barbados is just a call away. Remember, you can reach out whenever you need to talk.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb, and together we will travel the world.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Community Empowerment's Bridges television series is back. Join us every Wednesday at 8 p.m. with a repeat on Saturday.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Mother's Day is almost upon us, and it's 18 minutes now to go to the hour of 8 o'clock. This is something we're sharing with you, that you can do with the family to get the children and the daddy involved while mommy just reclines and relaxes. I'm standing next to the lady who feeds me almost every day. I just love her, Chef Jess. Chef Jess, good morning.
Good morning, Pearson.
Are you a
How
mother?
are you doing? I'm not a mother yet.
I heard out last 3 letters, huh?
Not yet.
I hope
Not
he
yet.
is listening. Indeed. So there's some fun things that we can do as a family to treat mommy on Mother's Day. One of which is cupcakes.
Yes.
And if you've ever tasted Chef Jess cupcakes, let me tell you, they are so moist and delicious and beautifully presented.
Thank you.
If not just for what it does with your eyes, then your taste buds hit cheese.
Yeah.
How do you do it, Jess?
I don't know. I think it's passion. I just get up, I mix it, and then just art.
Yeah.
Just art. I just want to make people feel appreciated. The same way as Mother's Day, we want to make our mothers feel appreciated. I just want to make everybody feel appreciated in every little thing, as small as it is.
All right, so what are we doing?
We are making cupcakes. We are making chocolate cupcakes. I already have mine baked, but
I know how to bake mine.
Yes, you know how to bake yours.
Oh, geez, all bread. So I've already mixed my batter, by the way, for those of you who are wondering what was Pearson doing up early this morning.
Yes.
He was doing his batter. And I can tell them what we did.
Right. So Pearson, this morning at 4 a.m., he got some flour, he got some sugar, some cocoa butter, some cocoa powder, and then he also got some vanilla, eggs, baking soda, baking powder, and he mixed that all up with some milk, and now he's about to scoop these chocolate cupcakes.
So you see all that work I did already this morning. I was so tired when I came here for 6 o'clock, but nonetheless, I'm doing this with love, and this is what we do. This is what you can do as a family for Mother's Day on Sunday.
Yeah.
So, the scoop works.
Yep.
So I'm going to take my scoop.
Yeah.
And I can just let me put it on the far end so that they can see it. Scoop it in. And basically, this scoop is the size of each of these little thingies, right?
Each cupcake, exactly.
And you can get a different size scoop.
If it's smaller, you get a different size. If it's bigger.
Right.
And then when Pearson is finished, we're going to bake these for about 15 minutes.
Yep. And then we'll go and annoy her in the bed, mommy, on Sunday morning and say, get up. Get up. Can't you smell that? And that's the beauty of the whole thing. This is fun. So while daddy or big sister works on the batter, the children get the chance not just to wait to lick the bowl, but to scoop this out and get it all into the oven.
Yeah.
And you said this takes about 15 minutes to bake?
Not even 15 minutes, about 10 minutes, as long as your oven is on 350 and is working well, about 10 minutes. And in the meantime, you'll obviously get your buttercream and your decorations ready.
Right. Yeah. And of course, if you have any extra batter left in the bowl, lick it.
Lick it.
You lick it.
Yeah.
So I've scooped, I think, enough. I don't want to overdo it because it will rise.
It will rise.
Hear me talking like a baker?
Yeah.
All right. So Jess, I've done that.
Yes.
We'll lick that bowl later.
Yes, please. And we're going to leave those because we're going to put those
so
in
I'm
the
going to put this in the oven.
Yes.
There it is. It's in the oven.
It's in the oven. I've just got mine out of the oven.
Oh, wow.
They're all cooled.
Yes, yes.
Beautiful. So we're going to decorate. You're going to help me with the decoration, or are you going to do this for myself
You
too?
do it yourself.
Okay, no problem.
I'll give you a chance to show off.
So I already have my buttercreams here. I also have some whipped topping because the buttercream is kind of, sweet.
Sweetie.
You know, the mothers, you're watching our figures. So,
So I heard, yes.
yeah. So I have pink, I have yellow, and then I have white. So we're
Right.
just going to decorate. I have my piping bags already prepared with my different star tips, and just get to work. Really and truly, this is just...
This is also easy for the children to do.
Exactly. This is the exciting part because they could just be creative, they could do whatever, and it doesn't have to look as beautiful as I may do it,
Right.
or as beautiful as a professional would do it.
Yeah.
It's just the thought behind it, how we want our mothers to feel. So.
Right. So off she goes, scooping away. Ooh, that is beautiful. It looks like a little rose.
Yeah.
Nice.
You know the mothers love flowers.
Yeah, they do.
So if you don't have the time to go get the flowers, just make some cupcakes. Decorate them.
This topping is also edible.
Everything is edible. This is buttercream. This is just sugar and butter.
Wow.
Sugar and butter. Sugar
Simple,
and
Simon.
butter.
Look, it's all done.
Simple.
But you do this after you've baked the whole thing.
Yes,
It's
of course,
cooled.
and it has to be cool because
Yeah.
you're just gonna melt the ice.
Yeah, you got it right. Rennie. And which flavor is this? The vanilla?
This is all of it is vanilla.
It's so pretty. You right, Peter? Peter says, yeah. It's absolutely beautiful and simple to do. This is a simple, easy way to show mommy how much you love her on Mother's Day. But it creates something for the family to do together so that you all together to show love to mother on Mother's Day. If you want to, you could probably bake the cupcakes a little earlier. Make her feel as if it's nothing special. You're just baking some cake.
Like I do this every day.
But and you just save a few for Mother's Day. This is so lovely and so simple to do.
Done.
Yeah. And it's done?
Yeah.
It's
We
done.
could jazz it up with some sprinkles.
Sure, let me do that a little bit.
Yes.
And I can choose, just sprinkle
Just
it on.
sprinkle it all over.
No, I'll just leave some. Oh, Piercy, you're wasting the sprinkles. Don't do that. Don't do that. All right, so we'll choose some here that will carry this sprinkle.
And I think this is the most fun part for the kids.
Yeah.
This part, just the sprinkles, and then just being creative with this
All
part.
right, so those few we'll do this way,
Gorgeous. And then we have some butterflies.
which we'll stick into
Yeah,
the
just
others.
top them. These ones are not edible, but they're gorgeous.
Okay, because they're gorgeous.
It's about making the moms
So I
feel
can just
gorgeous.
put it anywhere?
Just put it anywhere, wherever.
So put that one there,
Oh,
flush her in.
beautiful.
That's fine?
Yeah.
You like that?
I love that.
Oh my goodness, Pearson is...
It's almost like you were made for this.
Don't say like that.
Yeah.
Because then it becomes hard work at home.
Yeah. And then of course, I always have to put glitter. So we just spray this on.
Spray?
Yeah, just spray it on. It's edible glitter. And it makes everything look so much prettier.
Oh, that's what happens. 'cause
Yeah.
I buy her cupcakes. No, that's what it is.
That's what it is. It's edible glitter.
Okay.
It just gives a little extra pizzazz.
To the whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't want to waste your spray.
And no, it's not wasting. You know, the
Sprinkle,
moms love
sprinkle,
everything
sprinkle,
pretty
sprinkle,
and
sprinkle.
sparkly.
Nice. Put that there, Pearson. Okay.
You wanted to add more?
Ta-da! Look, y'all. Look at what I've done.
Look
Look,
at your-
mommy. Look, mommy. Look what I've done. And so she has a happy Mother's Day.
Yes, please.
This is so easy to do, Jess. And this is what you do.
Yes, every single day.
Give us your number again, quick, Jess.
My number is 267-3133. Yes, so you can find me on Instagram at _Chef Jessica. CHEFJESSKAA.
K-A-A.
Yes, please.
Okay, that's it. And it's Nourished by Jess.
Nourished by Chef Jess.
Listen,
Yes, please.
you talk about nourishing. So, and of course she read, I know, my technical director is shouting in my ears at me. Chef Jess operates our canteen service here at CBC. And tell them what I eat. What I absolutely love. from
Every single day, Pearson comes and he says, Chef Jess, do you have breadfruit and do you have lamb? I say, yes, I have it and it's here for you. Even if I don't have it, I have it.
Yes.
I have it.
If you taste it for real, here, let me tell you, you are going to lick your fingers to the bone. It is so good. So really good, Chef Jess. Remember, remind us of your handles?
267-3133 or _Chef Jessica. JESSKAA.
The first thing I asked her when I joined her this morning was, the lamb done? Because I come in at 10 o'clock to get mine. Thank you so much, Chef Jess.
You're
as
welcome.
always.
Thank you.
You're welcome, it is. She is fantastic. But look, this is what we can do for mothers on Mother's Day as a family. So give it some thought. Get into the supermarkets, get all that you need, and wish mommy a happy, happy Mother's Day. We're coming back in just a moment with more.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Community Empowerment's Bridges television series is back. Join us every Wednesday at 8 p.m. with a repeat on Saturdays at 5:30 p.m. on CBC TV 8. Don't you miss it.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources, he'll give you the people. Not only will he equip you with ideas, but he will equip you with favor, as he did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV 8, every Sunday at 1:30 p.m., sponsored by Covenant Life Teaching Center.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices. Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about Solaray microbiome probiotics and why you should be taking them. And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get healthy.
For your health tips, tune in to CBC TV 8 every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for Nature's Discount, sponsored by Get Healthy Incorporated.
Week after week, Scold presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when companies and specialists develop super satellites for a global network in space and can look behind the scenes. Scold is a window to everything that is there or is yet to come. Fly with us through time to better understand today and tomorrow. You've always wanted that. Scold, a look into the future.
Our world today is not the world God wants it to be. One of the reasons which will surprise many is that our planet, its government...
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
7 minutes to go to 8 o'clock, and boy, if we're going to have some cupcakes on Mother's Day, we have to have a little something to wash it down. You can give her that cupcake, I believe, for breakfast if she wants to, or it becomes a part of your lunch or dinner meal as part of the dessert part of it indeed. But make Mother's Day absolutely special for Mummy. Mummy deserves it, doesn't she? She has been fantastic all year long, as we tend to say at Christmas, and so we want to bring all the joy and the merriment to say a big thank you for being just Mother. Just Mother. And so I want to introduce you now to our mixologist this morning, Lyndon Bovell, the master maker of some wonderful beverages. Lyndon, good morning.
Good morning, Mornin Barbados. So everybody's doing?
We're doing well. I answer for the whole audience. So, I mean, you've been doing this for a little while now. You can mix up magic. Yes. So what are we going to make today?
I'm going to do a little twist to shandy today. And I'm going to use vodka, fresh lime, orange, and citrus blend. Also, something you wouldn't believe.
What?
You know what this is?
I mean, I don't remember. CC Factories, I can't remember.
Yeah. Give me some more.
I can't remember the name.
Paradise Plum, come on.
Yes, Paradise Plum.
Right.
Boy, so, as children, that's what we enjoyed.
Exactly. So what I did.
You're going to use this?
Yeah, I turned that into this.
Really?
Yes. So this is a homemade liqueur that I made from those.
You blended these, added some other
alcohol and some other stuff to it.
I got that.
So I brought it to liqueur.
Okay,
so from that
is that
to this.
All right, let's see what the magic that you're going to make.
All right. So what we're going to do? We're going to start with some vodka this morning.
Okay. Oh, let's not try this at home. This is for the adults. Okay. Oh, that's a good whopper.
Yes.
All right.
This is a vodka called Good Night Loving.
Good Night Loving.
Yes.
All right.
Special good morning to my friend Ricardo.
Why Ricardo?
He's a good friend of mine.
Okay.
Who works at Stanfield Scott.
Okay. So you're gonna garnish with these things here.
No, this is what we're gonna actually get our flavors from.
To reduce the other flavor there.
To reduce the other flavor there.
So the citrus, orange, and
then we're going to
lime.
use some fresh mint.
Some fresh mint being added in as well.
Yes.
And of course, you're doing this with love because you know the proportions.
Correct.
I wouldn't know the proportions just by looking at it. Yeah.
So you're going to crush. You're going to crush.
Because in crushing, you're blending all of those juices together.
Correct. And just opening up the flavors from the mint as well.
Yes. And boy, you smell it right away.
Yes. Then we're going to add our homemade liqueur.
From the Paradise Plum.
From the Paradise Plum. Then we're going to add a bit of simple syrup.
Mm-hmm. A little bit of sweetness to it now.
A little bit of sweetness to it. And our traditional
passion fruit.
From Pine Hill.
Love it, man. Passion fruit.
You're going to put some passion in it this morning.
Yeah. After all, it's midnight loving. Good. And because it's a shandy, it's a blend of that sweetness and a bit of the alcohol as well.
Yes.
Some ice going in there to
ice going in as well.
Liquefy it a bit. Mm-hmm.
Yes. And then we're going to get ahead and ice the glass as well. Slightly. Because we're going to use all the contents from
there.
Yes.
And now you do what the mixologists tend to do. That's it. That's when you know you have a mixologist. They shake it up like that.
Yes.
And pour. Everything? Even the brush?
Add a little, yes. That's for a little character.
Okay, for character.
Garnish as well.
This is lovely, and it's as simple as that.
Simple
as that, folks. And add a little bit of the Banks, the Bear of Barbados, indeed.
You're going to keep it Bajan.
So who's going to come inside and taste this for me? Is it Ruel? Is it going to be Andre? Would it be you, Peter? Peter is just like me, we have to be very careful. But it smells absolutely delicious. It's really, really good. And it's a wonderful way for you to give mommy for later in the day.
Yeah, and it's very refreshing as well.
It is. I wonder if I take a sip if I would fall.
I don't think you would fall.
Okay. So let's see. Andre is bold enough to come try this. I like this. Let's see. In walks Andre, the producer, this morning. And Andre, I caution you. You're still at work.
All right.
Put those short me next to big old tall Andre.
Yeah.
That's all right. Let's see how this goes. Andre, take your first sip.
Here we go.
Let's see how this goes. Smell.
Nice aroma.
Good. Flavor. You want to stir?
Citrusy, minty, delicious.
All the words we know. Citrusy, minty, and delicious. Everything that you know is in there. So he just said it. That's how you want to take shake it up a little bit so we get all those flavors infused. It looks like orange juice at a glance, You know that you're having a Paradise Plum? You can taste it?
Yes, amazing.
It's not overwhelming, is it? No, it's
Everything is nicely balanced.
Chef Lyndon, everything is nicely balanced.
Well, you have to take care of mommy on Sunday, so you have to make sure mommy gets the nice, refreshing flavors, and you don't want to give her something harsh to cut her throat.
Stop drinking, Andre. I want to stop drinking at all.
Have a bit more.
It's delicious.
He can have it offset, but it's that good. Chef Lyndon, I thank you so very much indeed. And wish your mother well for us.
Well, I'm sorry, my mom is not here anymore. But
nonetheless, she take care of you.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, folks, that's it. This is Andre. Andre's our producer today. Ro is doing our technical directing. Peter is on the floor with me as our director of cameras, indeed. And who's doing sound today? Christopher is doing sound today. That's our little crew. So we want to join all to say to all of you mothers today, Happy Mother's Day. We wish you a lovely weekend indeed. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
So that's it. It is.
Wake up.
Wow,
Wake
it looks
up,
refreshing.
Wake up,
It is.
It looks
Barbados,
refreshing.
get up. Good morning. Good morning, Barbados. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, morning, morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, Barbados. Barbados, good morning.